Um, my name is Olufunbi Falaye, and I'm a director at Leadspace. Once more, I want to thank everyone for joining us on this call today. Joining us on this call means you're interested in knowing more about the University of Arizona education opportunity in Nigeria specifically, and wherever you are across the world. We at Leadspace, so let me start by introducing what Leadspace is for those that don't know. Someone said they can't hear. Please let me know. Can everyone hear me? Joshua, you said you can't hear us. Can you check? Joshua, can you hear me? Okay. Rudo, can you hear me? Louis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly. Thanks.
Okay, so let's proceed. So Leadspace is a chain of co-working spaces in Nigeria. We basically provide infrastructure for businesses and individuals to work from. We make it easy for people to spend less on overhead, like internet, power supply, and spaces, so that they can focus on what's relevant and what's important to them. In light of the pandemic, we've decided to explore new opportunities, and education was a very interesting one for us because, as you can already tell, for those in Nigeria, education generally has come to a stand, into an halt. Everybody, schools are not in session. Students don't know where they are right now from an education standpoint, and that we thought is an opportunity to explore partnership with those that are keeping it moving. And so we established a partnership with University of Arizona to bring affordable world-class education to students in Nigeria. That partnership kicked off a few weeks ago. I'm very excited about the number of interest we've gotten so far. And so because we wanted to make sure that you get the best information that is needed to make informed decisions, we decided to bring in our partners from the University of Arizona to answer key questions. A lot of people say they can't hear. Kelvin, I think, are you sure you're not muting? You're not, okay. Can everyone please check your audio? People can't hear me from what I can see in the chat panel. A lot of people still can't hear me.
They should do a sound check. They need to check on the audio controls under the microphone to select the right speaker. That way, they should be able to hear you. They need to do a sound check under the buttons where it says mute or stop video. You should all see like a little arrow pointing up for under the microphone. If you click there, it would allow you to select the speaker. It's possible the people that can't hear you are not selecting the proper speaker to hear you.
Okay. Did everyone hear that? Please, can you please check now? Joshua, Dotrix, please let us know that you can hear us so we can proceed. All right, I'll just keep it moving. So that's Passion Incubator. I mean, that's Leadspace in a nutshell. Leadspace is owned by Passion Incubator, and I'm just going to move it on to University of Arizona to take it from here to introduce what this opportunity is about, what's exciting about it, and other very important information, and then we can jump into questions. So we have a few questions that has been asked during our engagement with potential candidates over the past few weeks that we're going to ask, and then everybody will have an opportunity to ask their questions in the chat panel, so we can get through all of the questions. We want to make this as important and useful for everyone, so we can make informed decision on our education pathway. I'm moving on to my colleagues to the University of Arizona right now to take it forward from here.
Good morning from Tucson, Arizona, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Yeah? My name is Rudo Sandy, and I'm the Senior Program Director for Arizona Abroad Engagement at the UA Global Unit at the University of Arizona. I'm going to let my colleagues introduce themselves, and then I just had a a small, like 3 to 5 minute presentation just to go over the options that Olumfumbi just alluded to for the benefit of those folks that haven't had a chance to acquaint themselves closely with what exactly are the options through this partnership for you all to get a US UA degree. So I'll let my colleagues go ahead and introduce themselves now. Thank you.
Thomas, go ahead. Go first.
Okay, sorry. My name is Thomas Opio. I'm Program Director for Africa Initiatives and Study Arizona. I work closely with Rudo and Luis.
Hi, everybody. Good morning from Arizona, from Tucson. My name is Luis Castillo. I work in international admissions at the undergraduate level. I work with Rudo and Thomas, as part of UA Global, the Office of Global Initiatives. We are better known as UA Global. I'm glad that you're joining us today. Nice to meet you.
So I think our colleague Robert may be delayed, and so he'll join us later, and he does sort of evaluations and processing of applications. I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions for him. So I'm going to share my screen real quick just to go over sort of the options that you have through this global campus partnership with Leadspace. So Leadspace is a global campus, a part of the global campus network for the University of Arizona. And just to give you a bit of background about the University of Arizona, we are in the top 1% in the world, ranked university. Our online bachelor's program is ranked number 11, according to US News and World Report. We're top 100 university, as well as number 20 public research university in the US. So just to go in a little further, we have two options available at Leadspace. We have the American Degree Program. We also have.
Rudo, I'm sorry to cut you. Please, can we pause for a moment? A lot of people still can't hear, and I suspect it's going to be some glitches with the way that we are handling Zoom at the moment. Please give me a second.
No problem. No problem.
Kelvin, are you on this call, please? Kelvin.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Kelvin, can you please check what's going on with people's audio? A lot of people still can't hear us.
All right, I'll do that in a minute. I'll let you know what the problem is.
We can have a mini inter session for like 2 minutes, and I can drink my coffee, I guess.
Okay. Can everyone hear me now? Please can you put in the chat button in the chat panel? Let's know if you can hear me now.
I can hear you. I just shared everybody on the chat a picture, like a graphic where you can select the microphone.
Okay, a lot of people said they can hear us now. This is nice to hear. I think we are back on track. Rudo, I think you can start afresh again, please.
Oh, no problem. No
Thank
problem at all. Let me share my screen. So taking it back to the start, welcome everybody. Just a quick overview about the University of Arizona Global Campus, of which Leadspace is a part. We're very excited for everybody's interest to be part of this partnership and to earn a US degree, a University of Arizona degree at Leadspace in Nigeria at their various locations. This is just a snapshot of the different rankings that we have. Top 1% in the world. Number 11 for online bachelors, according to US News and World Report. We're a top 100 university and ranked very well at number 20 for public research university. There are two basic options that you have at Leadspace. You have the American Degree Program, and then you have the Global Campus Experience. And so I just wanted to go over what those mean very briefly, and then we can take questions and discuss. So for the American Degree Program, you get admission to University of Arizona, and this is for undergraduate students. And so you are able to take, first year and second year courses at Leadspace and then transfer. So this is more geared towards those students that plan on coming to the University of Arizona main campus after completing 1 year or 2 years at Leadspace. This also allows you to transfer to any other US accredited institution to further your studies. And so, of course, we prefer that you come to UA. It's a beautiful campus. I'm sure there'll be a video, I think, that will be shown that'll sort of give you an idea about what our campus looks like. But so this is really just geared towards undergraduates, and it's for the first and second year, exit points from Leadspace. The other option is the Global Campus Experience, and that is fully online degrees, broader options for undergraduate students, graduate students, or what you call postgraduate students, as well as doctoral degrees available, which are fully online. Great option if you do not plan to come to the US and for one reason or the other prefer to be closer to home. So just a little bit more about the American degree pathway programs. It enables incoming freshmen, what we call freshmen are, the first year students from high school, to earn up to 2 years of direct credit, undergraduate credits from University of Arizona, which will be a mix of online and in-person courses. And basically you can, begin virtually any major. Of course, COVID-19 has presented some serious challenges for mobility for students. And so we all find ourselves sort of stuck where we are and unable to get visas, unable to travel. And so this is a great option to not lose any time in your studies if you intended on starting a degree this fall, starting August or September. And so great option for students to get their studies underway. Some of you might have already got admission to University of Arizona. Some of you might have gotten admission at other US institutions. And so this is a great way to start earning credits towards your majors, your chosen majors, that you can then apply to your major when you come to the US. This is just a selection of some of the pathways. And so by pathways, it means that, for instance, I'll go into the next page here. A special curated set of courses that, for instance, engineering pathway programs would be for the following majors. We have about 15 engineering majors, and so you would take the engineering pathway program. I'm going to also, after this short presentation, just go online so you know what the website looks like and where to find the information, and give you an idea about, how you can then choose the different, fields. So for instance, if you want to get into statistics, you want to be a statistics major, then you'd want to take some, the computational and physical sciences customized pathway program. So we have about 60 to 70 different majors, and then these different pathways leading into those majors. So very broad. The global campus experience, like I mentioned, is full degrees online. And I'll just say that we have quite a large option of courses for students, a large number of options, everything from undergraduate programs. We have master's programs and quite a number of doctoral online programs. I'll share with you the list again online, where you'll have the most updated information about the different options, because this has been a challenge basically for the whole, global higher education community. It's still a work in progress, and therefore the options will keep growing. And so the best bet for the most updated information will be on our website that I'll reference shortly. I will mention too that for this fully online 4-year degree option at Leadspace, students who might want to come to the US do have an option to do so. And they have the option to do so in the first semester of their last year of studies, okay? So the fall semester, for instance, depending if you take the regular schedule, in the first semester of your last year, you are able to study at the UA main campus for the same reduced price that you're getting through our partner at Leadspace. Of course, in consideration would be your flight over here and then living expenses. But for the same price that you're paying to access Leadspace, our partner, because you can only get the discount, discounted scholarship rate at Leadspace. You'll be able to use that same tuition to access the main campus for 1 semester. One thing I should note too is that if you decide to stay on past that semester to complete a full year, and so therefore finishing up your studies at Arizona main campus, you would then qualify for OPT, which is optional practical training. That's about an extra 1 year that allows you to stay on to work in the US. I believe for some STEM programs, you're able to actually stay on for 2 years. This is delving more into international admissions, area. And so my colleagues who are more experts at that can talk further about that with you. But this is a great option for students that are doing the fully online program at Leadspace. So here's a snapshot of the undergraduate degrees that we have. As you can see, quite a number, everything from social sciences, humanities, STEM programs. As I mentioned before, we are number 11 in online bachelor's programs. So really quality options here. We have a growing list of master's degrees as well as doctoral degrees as well that are fully online. So I'll stop sharing this screen, but what I'll do is I'll quickly go online to the website so I can show you where you can get the up-to-date information on all the programs and how you will apply. But my colleagues will go into that a little bit further. So everywhere.arizona.edu is where you'll find the most up-to-date information about our various locations, our various programs, how to apply information, how to get in touch with us. So if you go under programs, you'll see here undergraduate, graduate. We also have graduate certificates as well. And so all of these options, all of these tabs will lead you to further information about the options that you have. We have a frequently asked questions tab, but yeah, very full of information. And at any point, you're able to get in touch with us via our enrollment counselors. But I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I don't know if this would be the best way to segue into some questions, or perhaps, let me actually hand it off to my colleagues, Thomas and Luis, please. Can we talk more about, the curriculum and how to apply, qualifications, requirements, and so forth?
Let's do this. Sounds good. Thomas, why don't you go ahead and share your screen to everywhere? You can talk about the actual programs that we offer, and then maybe you can talk a little bit about Study Arizona. And then I will finish this section with like the application requirements and like how to apply and that kind of information. Is that good?
Okay, everybody can see my screen, I'm assuming, right? Okay, so what I wanted to do, I think my colleague Ruda did a really good job covering, a lot of the basics for this, for the, the program that we're discussing, our global campus. One of the things that I wanted to kind of point out is this is really a great option, because I can't think of, at least in the African continent, anywhere where the U.S. Embassy is open. Last time I had a chat with the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria, they said they were thinking about opening in November. Obviously this is something that is changing. We, communicating with them as often as possible to try to find out, if that information is still the case. So as my colleague Ruda was sharing, this is the main website. One of the things that you need to remember is, we make it very, very easy to navigate, and I'll show you, some of the shortcuts, but also to apply. Again, as a reminder, we're mostly looking for 3 years of, high school experience. Typically what we're looking for is about 3.0 GPA, which we calculate for you. All you have to do is just send us 3 years of transcript. Our colleagues in admissions will do the calculation of GPA. Some of the programs do require a higher GPA. For example, if you want to go into engineering, and we'll get into more details on that. So from the main program, or at least from the main page, if you click on programs here, and I think a lot of some of the people joining are probably looking for graduate programs. So from the main page here, you can either go to customize, degree pathway, which my colleague Ruda was talking about. When you click on it, it will take you directly to, to those options there, and they, clustered in the bottom here. And again, to apply, if you click on the tab, applying, it will walk you through, what I just talked about. The most important thing is just make sure that you have your transcripts. And one of the questions that I think most of you guys probably will let us know, I don't think the West African exam was held this year. I'm assuming that it wasn't, because last time I heard from the US Embassy it was canceled. I'm not sure if they went through with it, but you can just apply with your high school transcript. You don't have to have had, your examination, your exit examination to apply. We taking that into consideration because of COVID-19. There's just so many things going on. So anyway, so this is really for the students that are looking to transition to main campus because of the travel challenges posed by COVID-19. So this is you know, how you go through the customized degree path and clicking on that. Again, for the graduate students that we have in the call, if you just click on the graduate program, it will take you to the, you know, fully online graduate programs that we have. I know most of the students that I've talked to from Nigeria that are thinking about graduate programs and thinking about coming on campus. You know, I know I've talked to a lot of students who are looking for PhD options, that kind of stuff. Again, I mean, we can, you know, we can work with you on that as well. The main campus application for graduate program is different than this, and I can share that with, you know, with Leadspace. But anybody, you know, I know there's probably some colleagues who are working and not able to travel. This is probably going to be one of the best options to have for your, you know, for your degree. Again, I mean, I think going to the, some of you guys might be interested in certificate programs, et cetera, you know, that's going to be, you know, on this. So this drop menu is going to be, you know, probably the best option for you. Now, the most important thing that I know most of you guys are asking about, what about the tuition, scholarship, et cetera, what we've done in the global campus is, you know, we've made it very simple as far as getting a scholarship. You get your scholarship upon application. So when you apply, you know, the scholarship is applied automatically, and it's going to fall to somewhere around $7,000 a year for students from Nigeria who are doing an undergraduate degree. For graduate program, it's a little bit different. That's going to be $9,000 a year for the graduate program, which is online, you know, the online program that I just showed you. The most important thing, though, that I want to go back to, you know, I do understand, you know, from talking to a lot of students, and especially most of you guys on the call will probably agree to it. If you are taking some classes online, you know, because of, you know, COVID-19 from your high school, it's not, you know, for some students, it's not the easiest thing, you know, to do, taking classes online. What we've done in the, you know, in this program is we've made it sure that you don't have to be taking full load, which is, you know, 4 classes, 12 credits to, you know, to participate in this program. You can decide to take 1 class, 2 classes, 3 classes, et cetera. The tuition is going to be based on, you know, the amount of classes that you're taking, not just based on the, you know, the price that I gave you. So this is very, very important for the students who are not so sure that this is, you know, what they want to dive in. One of the things that I will say, you know, is important, the advice that I always give students is, you know, start with less classes and then kind of go from there, because again, you know, taking classes online, you know, it could be a little bit tricky for some students. So, you know, we make sure that there's no, you know, students are not penalized for for not taking full load because of that realization. The other point that I wanted to mention before I hand over to my colleague Luis is that, you know, I think and my colleague Luis can correct me if I'm wrong, in August, we're going to have an orientation. I know a lot of students have been wanting to meet with an academic advisor, you know, have a chat with academic advisor, et cetera. This is going to be done in August, and you will receive an email notifications on when exactly in August and how to register for the orientation. And this is where you get to, you know, have a chance to meet with your academic advisor, and you can walk through, you know, some of the classes that my colleague Ruda was talking about, trying to see what classes to, you know, that you want to take, et cetera. So I think that's probably, I hope, you know, the information is simple and clear. But again, I mean, before the end of the call, I will share my my direct email and my WhatsApp that, you know, we can communicate back and forth. Like I said, I'm, you know, oversee most of the recruitment and work done in Nigeria and well, the whole Africa in general. But, you know, Nigeria is a really, really busy market for us. Luis? I'm going to start sharing my screen.
Sounds good. Can you all hear me well? Yeah, I hope.
Yes.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you all for covering the information so far. Okay, So I'm going to share my screen here. Let me just go ahead and select the proper screen. So I just want to give you some basic details, in terms of application requirements and things like that. I know that Thomas covered the programs, what do we offer and everything. He also walked you through the website, right? Everywhere.arizona.edu. Just so that you know, this is the main website for the University of Arizona. It's called arizona.edu. The website that Thomas was talking about is this one. This is a special one we built for the global campus. It's everywhere.arizona.edu. And Thomas covered information about the undergraduate programs and graduate programs. As you know, undergraduate is the level after high school. And when we talk about graduate level, of course, we're talking about masters and PhDs or certificates at the graduate level. And what I want to focus on first, is to show you in more detail the actual requirements that we have for undergraduate applicants. So let's do that. What you want to do is you're going to go to everywhere.arizona.edu, and let's say you're going to click on fully online programs. These are the fully online programs that we offer, and then you can select at the undergraduate level. And these are going to be all of the different options we have at the undergrad level. Thomas covered a little bit on that. Let's say that you like this one, the Communication Bachelor of Arts. What you want to do is you want to get to this section because you're going to be able to see this button right here. It says Apply Now. And that's going to take you to a very, very cool website, very cool page, still within Everywhere, that walks you through the actual requirements for what you need to apply. So we're talking about undergrad in this particular example. You're going to go to reviewing the application requirements, reviewing the requirements by home country. You can also review the English proficiency requirements. And then the preparation step tells you to gather your legible copies of your unofficial transcripts and prepare those in legible in PDF format. And right here, you would actually see the actual instructions for applying for that program, or if you select the customized degree paths. In the presentation that Rudo covered, you saw it there defined as American degree pathways. The formal or official name is known as customized degree paths. So I just want you to know that, and this is only at the undergraduate level. We do not offer customized degree paths at the graduate level. And something that is really nice about this section is that you can also see the important dates and deadlines. Again, we're still talking about undergrad. And as you will see, the first step is to review requirements. And the next step is to select kind of the option that you want. We are focusing, of course, on promoting these online programs that you can take locally with our partners, in this case, Leadspace, for you to take online education by University of Arizona, supported with the local resources that Leadspace provide. What do they provide? Of course, at this point, you have an idea of what Leadspace provide. But on our website, you can also go to the Global Campus Experiences section. I'll walk you there. And then you can get to a page where you see a description on Leadspace in terms of what they provide. Again, at this point, you have a better idea on that. I want to talk about the application requirements at the undergraduate level. So let's go there. You're going to go to this page, and you're going to see right there that says application requirements. You can open that in a new link, and you're going to notice that you can click on freshman. And Thomas was talking about the actual GPA. We call it the grade point average. We are looking for the American version or equivalency, a B, which is where A is a 4.0. And we are looking for specific courses for the admission purposes. But I'm not going to waste a lot of time talking about this. We're actually going to focus on requirements by home country, okay? And you're going to go right there to Nigeria. And you're going to be able to see that this is what we're asking for. We're asking for official records of secondary high school showing grades 9, 10, and 11. If you're still in high school, or grades 10, 11, and 12, if completed secondary high school. listing courses taken and marks earned. You do not have sufficient, let's say, minimum overall grade required at 3 or B equivalent. And you're going to see right there that English proficiency is not required for students in, in Nigeria, obviously, because it's an Anglophone country, okay? But sometimes, depending on the country, we have different like variations right there. Is this helpful so far? It's hard when I don't have audio input, but I just want you to look at this basic information in terms of what we are looking for. How did I get there? Okay, so we started right here. We started on everywhere that Arizona. Then you went to programs. You are examining if you see something that you like. You're going to go to fully online, and you're going to select undergrad and or grad, depending on what you're looking for. And these are the possible options. Let's say that you like communication, and you get to a page that describes the program. You can also view detailed information. And what is nice here is that it takes you to a page where you can see this apply now button, and that allows you to go to this page where you can see those links. How do you do it from here? Normally students would go to admissions.arizona.edu. You would click on how to apply and then international. And then we call it freshmen, that's first year students, in the US. And we're actually gonna be changing the name to first year. You click right there, and then you can see right there the actual competency requirements by home country. You click on Nigeria, and this is what we are looking for admitting students at the undergraduate level, students from Nigeria, okay? When we are talking about graduate level, similar idea, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna go to the starting page, everywhere that Arizona.edu. You're gonna go to programs, you're gonna go to fully online, and then you're gonna click on graduate level. Thomas was able to cover the options that we offer at the graduate level. For the most part, we have master's programs. I don't think we have any PhDs. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas, but we have, for example, at the graduate level, accounting, education policy. We have around 20, 22 options that you can see right there. We have one engineering, for example, industrial engineering. We have a law program, master's. We have a lot of really cool programs. If you see something that you like, then same concept, you can go to apply now. It's gonna take you to this page, but you are now thinking about graduate level. Again, that's master's or PhDs or certificate programs. First step, reviewing the application requirements. You can click on those links, and that takes you to pages that are housed in the graduate college. So if you do a right click and you click, it's gonna take you to the graduate college where you can see the actual requirements for international students. Masters and PhDs, that's housed within the graduate college at the University of Arizona. How do you go there? You can start right here under grad.arizona.edu, and you can click right here, resources for international students. And you can see a very nice compilation of requirements at the grad level. You don't have to remember this path for how to get to that information. You can rely on the Everywhere website to take you to the appropriate pages, reviewing the application requirements, reviewing the English proficiency requirements, and most likely they have the same expectation on the English proficiency. I don't remember, Thomas, but it's possible that they evaluate the same way, where you do not have to submit a TOEFL or an IELTS because you're coming from an Anglophone country. It's possible that's the way they do it at the grad level. And then, yeah, so this is like how you do it. And once you're ready to pull the trigger and apply, you can actually collapse right there, and you can see like the actual steps. The first step is reviewing information, understanding what they're looking for. The second step is to actually apply, submitting an application. And what I wanted to show you is that if you go to our YouTube channel, if you go to youtube.com/UA International Admissions, I will ask you to subscribe to our channel. We have really cool videos here. But last week, I made a video that talks about how to submit a graduate application, for, as part of the global campus. That's at the graduate level. And this week, I'm going to make a video for how to submit an application for undergraduate level. So once we have that video, we're going to be putting it here on the YouTube channel. And if you subscribe, you should be notified when that happens. I hope this is helpful. Rudo, I don't know if you had other sections that you wanted me to cover, but I know we have a lot of questions that were compiled on that document, and we can talk about those now if you want.
No, I think you've covered quite a lot, and it might be a good time to segue into questions, but also just to highlight all these different videos that that Luis and his team have put together as a resource. And again, just the correction that it's customized degree pathway programs. And you can see there how to begin your education in 2020. You'll see the different options available. And, you know, it's an ever-growing list of resources and programs that are, you know, transitioning to online. So, you know, keep checking the website. I had a question that was sent to me privately about taking cyber operations. Yes, so basically those customized degree paths lead you to those various different options. And so, Luis, if you could just go back and maybe cover a little bit more about the customized degree path and show the majors online that those paths lead to.
No problem. So the main concept for everybody to remember is that the global campus, defined as everywhere that Arizona.edu as the website, the global campus is a new concept. It's a new model we launched, we solidified or consolidated to ensure students around the world have options in case they're not able to come or they don't want to come. You know, obviously in the area of COVID-19, there was an acceleration for, you know, institutions have to provide new options and new opportunities. And we are very happy that we were able to launch this to help students who are affected by travel delays, by visa restrictions, by financial, you know, considerations. So the global campus enables students, remember it this way, these are online options that you can take locally with partner institutions or partner companies. In Nigeria, so if you go to global campuses, if you click right there and then you click on country and then you click on Nigeria, you're gonna notice that Leadspace is our partner in Nigeria. If you click there, that's where you get to that information on that description and the amenities. So the idea is that you can take online courses to get started for now, or as a permanent solution. You don't have to stay, you know, taking online. Eventually you can make a plan to come to main campus, but Rudo wants me to focus on the customized degree paths, no problem. Let's start from the beginning. You're gonna go to everywhere that Arizona.edu, you're gonna go to programs, and you're gonna click on customized degree paths. But before even I click there, if you go down on the homepage, you're going to see that we have the different products or the different possibilities. So the customized degree path is basically the concept of starting at one of our global locations and finish your degree in the US. If you click there, the idea is that the customized degree paths are available at the undergraduate level. If you do not see an actual major or program that we offer fully online right now, ready to go, you can consider exploring our customized degree paths. Again, this is at the undergraduate level, because as an incoming freshman, you can earn University of Arizona credit at a university near you or at a partner near you, fully online. And after a semester or two, you can finish your degree in Arizona or another school in the US. You can choose from the degree paths below that prepare you for numerous majors. And the idea is that we have 12 customized degree paths in case, for example, I'm going to show you an example. If you go to fully online and you select undergrad, let's say that you were interested in computer science. Let's say that you wanted to study computer science. Right now, we do not offer a fully online computer science bachelor's program. We do not offer it. I'm hoping that we can add it because it's a very popular field, but we do not offer computer science. If you go through the list, this is around 40 programs fully online, I think, at the undergrad level, but you're not going to find it. So what happens in those cases? You can consider then a customized degree path that are kind of like general, I would say, programs that allow you to take courses that would eventually count towards a specific field. So what you do is, for example, we have applied sciences, applied technology, business management. For example, we don't have at the engineering level, if you click on the customized degree path engineering, the potential majors that can benefit from this customized degree path would be this ones. And the idea is that in the US, when you finish a bachelor's program, half of the program is general education and the other half is the actual major. So that's the way it's always going to work. In the US, it's not a rigid system where you start from the beginning and you have to take course by course to finish something. It's more flexible. You can start in different ways and change majors, and you can finish degrees. So let me go back here, programs, customized degree paths. So the idea behind customized degree paths is that these are pathways. These are, I would say, what's the right word? Yeah, pathways. These are things that you can enroll in that would allow you to be directed in these kinds of paths or directions. I think that's redundant. But the idea is that for computer science, for example, the physical and computational sciences, because we do not offer computer science, right now with Global Campus, you could consider something like this, the physical and computational sciences customized degree path. How do you apply? You can actually see this video right here, how to apply for the customized degree paths. Okay, once you've decided that this is what you want to do, that is a good thing for you, then you go back there and you would see that this particular customized degree path could help you in computer science and geoscience, hydrology, statistics, physics, astronomy, etc., etc. How do you apply? You can follow the step-by-step video. How do you apply? From that website, you go to apply now, and you would be studying the undergraduate requirements. Once you want to watch the step-by-step, you do it like this. And Thomas covered the information about cost and scholarships, right? So the idea is that for students, in Nigeria, as part of Leadspace, is the scholarships that we offer at the undergraduate level. The scholarships that we offer are up to $8,000 in scholarships, for students in at the undergraduate level. So that's a really good deal, because normally, when you go to the website, and I know that a lot of students have questions about this, when you go to tuition and scholarships, the scholarships that we offer are up to $9,000 per year, but the normal tuition price is $15,000. That's for both undergrad and grad. So something that Thomas mentioned is that you don't have to take full time if you don't want. You can take part-time, and at the graduate level is the same thing. We also offer a non-degree seeking option that you can choose if you just want to enroll in some graduate courses. And we're going to be adding that option for at the undergrad level, like pretty soon. Is this helping? Let's transition to more questions. I hope I'm not like vaguely covering different sections, but it's important that we spend time for Q&A.
Yeah, so I'll just jump right in there to call out some of the questions that have been, asked in the chat panel. I think the first one I want to talk about is, if people, Thomas had mentioned that if they were going to pace out their courses, how much will it cost per course, like per credit course, for example? How much, if you want to break it down to that details, how much is it going to cost? If you want to take, say, one credit course per time, how much is that going to cost for both undergrad and graduate program?
No problem. So in the US, when you hear credit means one credit means 1 hour of instruction per week. Typically, when students enroll in courses in the US, typically courses are 3 credits. So the cost per credit, with scholarship included for undergraduate level would be $233. So the cost per credit at the undergrad level with the scholarship included for students from Nigeria with Leadspace's partnership, the cost per credit would be $233. So you have to multiply that by 3 because that would be the cost for a class at the undergrad level. At the graduate level, the cost per credit with scholarship included for students in Nigeria associated with Leadspaces would be $300, per credit. So you multiply that by 3, and that's a typical class of 3 credits. Most classes are 3 credits. Sometimes classes are 4 credits if they have like a lab, like in science, but most classes are going to be 3 credits, which means you're going to be studying, the class is 3 hours of instruction per week. So in the US, typically that's like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, like coming to class like 1 hour. But something that is important to mention for these online programs, for these online options, we do not say online on the transcripts. We do not say online on the diplomas. The classes are also asynchronous. It doesn't mean that you have to be logged in, at a time that is not convenient to you. It's basically you do the work on your own pace. And on the website, if you go to everywhere.arizona.edu, under programs, you can actually learn more about the student experience and like what the classes look like. You can actually see some demos and some videos, the whole experience, what the fully online learning is. So it's really, really cool because these are high quality degrees and programs and classes, as part of the Global Education Network. We have very cool videos. And if you examine here, you're going to be able to understand more about how, online classes work. And we use this platform called Desire to Learn. It's our online platform. It's highly reliable. The technology requirements are also listed here, but it's not too bad, in terms of bandwidth and stuff. What I'm trying to mention is, I think one of the questions that I saw is, do I have to worry about the time zone and something like that? I think I saw that on the listing. But is the time zone being considered for Nigerian students? What hours of the day do lectures hold? In my understanding, courses are obviously online and asynchronous. So the time consideration is fine because you don't have to worry about that. Is this helping? Maybe we can cover more questions.
Yeah, so one question. I'll take the questions in the panel first, and then I'll jump into the list that we sent earlier. So can a 38-year-old apply for undergraduate fully online programs? So she's asking that if someone who is 38 years old, can he or she apply for undergraduate fully online program?
If someone is how old?
38.
38?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the student would have to, apply following, the requirements that we have. The main difference would be if someone has already taken university coursework. For example, someone who's 38, I would be naturally inclined to think that that student has taken some university courses maybe, or college courses. If that is the case, in any case, if someone has taken university or college level courses, then we're always going to ask those students to submit those transcripts as well, because that's just the normal way that we evaluate. And you can actually go to admissions.arizona.edu under how to apply international. Typically, we would think of those people as transfer international students, not so much in the sense of transferring campuses, but more in the sense of transferring or the evaluation of credits, okay? So at the moment, we consider 24 or more transferable credits of post-secondary education at a time of application. So the answer is yes. We would need to collect the college or university transcripts if that is the case for a 38-year-old.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next. I know you've touched on this before, but I'll ask it again so that we can move on from this. This person said, please, what is the total tuition for an undergraduate who wants to major in engineering? So the whole full, 4-year program, how much is it going to cost?
All right, so let's do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to everywhere.arizona.edu. We know that tuition and scholarships, I've mentioned that it's going to be $7,000 with scholarships included. That's full time. That's for 1 year. So what you have to do is multiply 7,000 by 4, because normally bachelor's programs are 4 years. And if that's assuming a student stays, fully online. At the moment, let's do a quick review. Programs, fully online, and then we're gonna click on career level, undergraduate. For someone, you said in engineering, was that the area? Was that what you mentioned? Or no? In any field?
In engineering.
All right, so if we go to fully online, undergraduate level, at the moment, we only have electrical and computer engineering fully online. Our bachelor's programs are 4 years. So with the scholarship included, 7,000, let me rely on my math here. So it would be, is it 28,000, right? So $28,000 total for a full online degree from University of Arizona. That is a great, great deal, because when you compare them with the main campus tuition, it's a lot more accessible. And so the scholarships that we build for students studying online, it's a great opportunity. So to answer your question, it would be $28,000. We also have to include, the cost of books. We estimate around $800 to $1,000 per year for a full-time student. A full-time student means 10 classes in 1 year. Okay, so I would say around $30,000 to $32,000 total, with books and materials and tuition, and that would be the total. Someone was asking if Leadspaces charge fees for affiliating themselves with you. You can cover that one, but
Okay.
right now we do not offer a cost of applying. It's free to apply for a global campus, so there's no cost there. We also do not charge an enrollment fee like we typically do at the main campus. If you all want to compare how much we charge, for the main campus for students who want to come to main campus. So remember that bachelor's programs are 4 years. So what you can do is you can go to admissions, cost and aid, international, and then you would click on cost of attendance. It's a lot more expensive, so when you compare a student who wants to earn a bachelor's degree in the US, in the University of Arizona in Tucson, would need $54,000 for all of these things right here per year. Multiply that by 4. So it's around $200,000 for a bachelor's program. So compare 200,000 with 30,000 that I mentioned, it's a huge difference. So it's a really great deal.
Yeah.
We do not offer full ride scholarships for main campus. We do offer merit-based scholarships, but they only cover a portion of the main campus. And I know that's not the main thing we're talking about, right? We're talking about, we want to focus on the online programs that students can take with Leadspaces. That's the main concept that we are promoting. Other questions?
Yeah. So, Divine, I think Louis just answered your question right now. It's going to cost you over $200,000 if you wanted to.
Did I anticipate that by accident? That the next question for me?
Yeah, that was the question. That was the question.
It's a great question. It's a great question.
Then the other one he was asking is, what is the global wildcard award? What's the global wildcard award?
That is a great question. Let's do that. We're gonna go to admissions. This is our starting point for foundational knowledge and instructions. What you do is you go to admissions, then you go to cost and aid, and you go to international. And then you're going to click on international scholarships and loans. We have something called the Global Wildcat Award. This is something that we offer at the undergraduate level only, and it's a merit-based scholarship that we offer for main campus, meaning coming in person to Tucson, Arizona, and it's only offered at the undergraduate level. And for students, the next semester available for students that want to apply to come in person would be the spring semester. This means January 2021. So the maximum scholarship we offer is $20,000. So the Global Wildcat Award is a main campus scholarship. The scholarships that we have for the global campus is separate. That is different. The main thing we've been talking about today is the online programs that students can take directly in Nigeria, supported by Leadspaces services, right? So that answers the question. The Global Wildcat Award is for students who want to come to main campus. And it's at the undergrad level, and it's based on merit. It's based on GPA. And if students take the SAT or ACT, they can also qualify for higher amounts. If they don't have a test score, the maximum would be $10,000. for a student who has an excellent GPA, the GPA grade point average conversion. And as Thomas mentioned, when students apply at the undergraduate level, we do our own GPA calculation, because when we're looking at the transcripts, we don't take all of the classes that they took in high school. We're looking for specific things in science, math, etc. Next question.
All right. I'm now going to go into the questions that we had prepared before this call. So the first one is transfer of credit units applicable for master's student? I think we've covered that. It is.
Not at the master's level. We covered it at the undergraduate level. At the undergrad level, it is possible to transfer credits, but the first requirement is whatever you took the credit, the university or the college needs to be an accredited institution. That's the first filter we have. And then the next thing is it is possible for us to transfer some credits in terms of articulating to see what we can transfer. But then academic advisors at the University of Arizona determine how many credits can actually count towards a specific degree, okay? So that's the natural process for when students apply degree seeking. First step, apply with everything with your transcripts. Second step, we can see how many credits can transfer. Next phase is we determine how many credits we can actually count towards a specific degree. Okay, so it's a three-phase process. At the graduate level, it's a little bit more complicated because I don't think they are very flexible in terms of transferring credits for graduate programs. What do we offer at the University of Arizona in total? What is the catalog of courses that we offer? This is an important question, and I'm going to cover it right now. Go to admissions.arizona.edu, click on academics, click on majors and degrees, and this is going to take you to a section within undergrad, which is called degree search. And this is where you're going to see everything that we offer at the undergraduate level. This is everything. We have over 100 programs or majors at the undergraduate level. You're actually going to see the stuff that we offer from everywhere, from Global Campus, the stuff that we offer here, you're going to see it mixed in here because this is everything. This is the full catalog. Okay, so for the online, you always have to start here, but if you want to see everything, you would go here. This is at the undergrad level, over 100 programs. If you want to do the same at the graduate level, what you do is you go to grad.arizona.edu, and you're going to click on search programs, and that's going to take you to the catalog at the graduate level. And something that is really cool, you can see right here, look. Under accounting, for example, accounting Masters of Science, you can see on the right, it says right there, Global Campus Experience Online. So we updated the catalog to indicate where those programs can also be taken. So you can see right there, Global Campus Experience Online, Accounting Masters of Science, and you're gonna see that one listed under programs on everywhere, under fully online, and then select graduate, and you can see it right there, look. Ain't that cool? So I just wanted to show you the full catalog for both areas. And to answer the question, no, at the master's level, it's very hard to transfer credit. If you have started something, a program, abroad, and you want to transfer credit at the graduate level, that is very hard. So I would say no. And something that is very important, if you want to apply for graduate programs, one of the first requirements is you have to have a bachelor's degree or equivalent to be able to apply for graduate programs. You have to have already a bachelor's program to qualify for going through that process. Next question.
Yeah, so there's one question just popped in here. 1 second. It says to me, okay, do you offer astronomy at the campus here in Nigeria? Astronomy.
Can you repeat the question, please? Sorry.
Do you offer astronomy at the campus here in Nigeria? Astronomy.
Astronomy, let's take a look. I don't believe so. Let me share the screen. Are we talking about undergrad or grad? That's always going to be a very...
Oluchi, can you let us know if this is undergrad or grad program, please? Oluchi asked the question. She said on undergrad, for the undergrad
Okay,
program.
no problem. So we go to everywhere. We go to, we can click right here on undergraduate, and I don't see astronomy. I don't see astronomy, so the answer is no. So because we do not offer astronomy at the undergrad level, we can also click on fully online, and then undergrad just to make sure. And then I do not see astronomy. So an option for that student could be to consider taking a customized degree path. And the, I believe would it be applied sciences? I would need to check. If we click there, no, that's something else. It would have to be, I think it's maybe this one, or life sciences. It's got to be the other one. Environment, engineering. Right there, see? So if you click on the customized degree path, so we do not have a fully online degree online as part of Global Campus, but you know, as part of the customized degree path in physical and computational sciences, students would be taking courses that can count towards these degrees or these majors, including astronomy, okay? So the answer is no, no and yes, I guess.
Okay, thank you. The
Next
other question here is, do you offer nursing at the campus here in Nigeria?
Nursing. Thomas, you want to tackle that one?
Again, for the question, is this undergrad or graduate program? Please, can you be specific? Efosa, is this for the undergrad or the graduate program? While we are waiting for that to come in, the other question here is, do you offer quantity surveying for undergraduate program here in Nigeria? Quantity surveying.
Quantities? What is that? What would be?
Quantity survey, that would be more around the real estate construction type pathway.
Okay. So like in real estate, I think we have literacy, public health, regional commerce. You know, we have regional commerce or something like that. It would really depend on the student's own, I would say, ability to look at the programs and examine the contents to see if what we offer makes sense to them. Because of course we can spend a lot of time checking one by one, but I don't think that's going to be constructive because there's just a lot of students. But and then something that happens is sometimes we don't have the programs with the same name, right? So for example, if you want to, let's say the regional commerce is kind of like the closest to what you're saying. So something that can happen is you can go to degree search. Again, how do you get there? You can go to admissions.arizona.edu, and then you go to academics, majors and degrees. And then let's say that we want to learn more about regional commerce.
So I think the pathway for this will be, I think the pathway for this will be architecture. Can you please go back, Louis? It's going to be architecture, and I saw it right now for this particular question. It's going to be architecture and land planning or something like that. I saw it right now.
One of these?
No, I think I saw. I can't find it anymore, but it was somewhere. I saw it somewhere in architecture, architecture and land planning, right? So
okay.
I think the student should have to go in there and find the courses there. The other question here is, Thomas, you had mentioned you're going to share your email address with some of the students. They seem to be asking. So I think you should share it in the chat panel also, so that they can, if you can share your email right now, please, in the chat panel, so they can reach out directly and ask some of the questions. Yes, for those asking about if this session is being recorded, yes, it's being recorded. We are going to share with you so you can go back to it. And every step that has been explained by Louis and his team during this call, you can take your time and go through it. That's going to be very helpful for you. This session is being recorded. Thomas is going to share his email address so you can ask further questions.
Was it helpful? Can we get some feedback from people? Was it helpful to learn this information, and did we help them? And can we ask for them to provide feedback?
Yes.
Did you like this? Was it helpful?
Yes. I think some people are responding right in the chat panel. Yes, it's very helpful.
Are you happy?
Infinite.
I would like to ask that question.
So what we are going to do, we're going to share a survey where they can document some of the feedback. My team is going to put together a survey, a quick, short survey, so people who attended this session can also put more constructive feedback. A lot of people are saying yes, it's very helpful, but my team will create a small survey where they can put in more constructive feedback. For those that have more questions, please, you have our email at Leadspace. You have Thomas' email address also. We can keep those questions coming in. We are going to share the recording of this session, and then my team will also reach out to people, to participants individually, to take this conversation forward so we can move you further to application. Any final questions before we end this session, or if the University of Arizona team has some final words?
Rudo?
From my end, really just a big thank you for everybody who tuned in to learn more about the options available at Leadspace. Thank you to our partners, Leadspace, for organizing this. We're excited to partner with Leadspace and to admit students from Nigeria. We welcome any questions that you may have. You can reach out to any one of us. Thomas Opia is oversees Africa, and so he will be your main point of contact. Luis, thank you so much for that thorough overview. We're just looking forward to see applications, to engaging with you all. So from my end, it's just a big thank you for taking the time out to participate in this. I know it's late in the afternoon over there. Thomas?
You're muted, Thomas.
All right, so thank you very much for your time today. I hope you found this useful. So if you want to look at the emails, you can see right there Thomas's email. This is not his WhatsApp, but Thomas can share his WhatsApp number that he uses at some point. This is not the one he uses, but that's his email. My name is Luis. I work with Thomas and Rudo and UA Global. Thank you for watching this presentation. Remember to send us questions. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch those videos that we have there, instructional ones. Once you're ready to pull the trigger and apply, you can watch those, and they'll walk you step by step on how to take action. And if you have questions, just let us know. We help students in WhatsApp or email. And thank you again for your time.
Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, Thomas, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say, yeah, for me, it's I mean, it's great to that you guys put this together. If we could be on the ground in Nigeria to talk to students directly, we would. But hopefully, students understand that this is, like a really creative way for them to begin the academics, given the COVID issue. We all don't know, how long the vaccine or whatever is going to take, but this allows them to begin the academics, and it's a very economical way of getting started. As I said, they could be up to 2 years on the customized degree pathways, and then transition to to main campus. That's another 2 years. So it's a very smart way of getting started, and I hope you guys found it useful. But again, I mean, you have my email and WhatsApp. I do a very good job of trying to respond as fast as possible, but keep in mind, Africa is a big continent, so so this has been really popular. But in less than within WhatsApp, in less than usually less than an hour, I'll have responded to students. But hopefully you guys found this useful, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much, everyone, and thanks so much for creating the time to jump on this session with us. my team will also follow up with, the Leadspace team will also follow up with every potential candidate so we can further answer all the questions, in addition to reaching out to Thomas also, and then we'll be able to get you further down your application process. Thank you so much, and this is where we call it a day on this session.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.